Charlottesville, Virginia. Like many southern towns, it has its monument to those who fought in the Civil War. Like many university towns, it has grown with the growth of its university. The University of Virginia opened for classes in March 1825 with a faculty of 8 and a student body of 68. Today it is relatively small for a state school, enrolling 15,000 students. Springtime sets a campus mood. The mind drifts. The eye wanders. What gives Charlottesville its distinction is the imprint of a great former resident, an architect who drew upon classic forms, seeking simplicity and grace. The architect is Thomas Jefferson, better known for having been President of the United States and author of America's Declaration of Independence. At 24, he sketched his future home. As years went by, he was continually refining his design. And even when the house was built, he enjoyed making changes.
Architecture is my delight, and putting up and taking down, one of my favorite amusements.
The final work is Monticello. Unlike the castles Jefferson had seen in Europe, Monticello is modest, comfortable rather than grand. A few miles away is Jefferson's architectural triumph, the University of Virginia, honored to this day as an outstanding example of American architecture. The many small buildings form what Jefferson referred to as an academical village. He disliked the style of the time, which was to build large university buildings.
A plain small house for the school and lodging of each professor is best. These connected by covered ways, out of which the rooms of the students should open.
The university was Jefferson's lifelong dream. While in his 70s, he dedicated himself to its founding.
I am closing the last scenes of life by fashioning and fostering an establishment for the instruction of those who come after us. I hope its influence on their virtue, freedom, fame, and happiness will be salutary and permanent. The form and distribution of its structure are original and unique, the architecture chaste and classical, and the whole well worthy of attracting the curiosity of a visit.
Years ago, the student lived with the simplest of furnishings. Today, the individual student dormitories are assigned to fourth-year students who have distinguished themselves while at the university. To live in one of these rooms is a matter of great pride. Throughout the grounds are the signs of Jefferson's personal legacy to future students. Gardens in which to read, reflect, study, and meet one's colleagues. The rows of buildings with their white colonnades on either side of a great expanse of lawn provide a brilliant setting for the major building in Jefferson's academical village. The Rotunda, his architectural masterpiece. The upper floor, once the library, called the most beautiful room in America during the 19th century. Behind the columns, Jefferson cleverly concealed the bookcases so that the hall could be used for important ceremonials. A calm pervades the room. One thinks of Jefferson's respect for the classic tradition and his faith in the future of democracy. Education would be its cornerstone. At his university, he wished to plant a seed that would grow and flower, a
system of general instruction which shall reach every description of our citizens, from the richest to the poorest. No other sure foundation can be devised for the preservation of freedom and happiness.
His tomb is near his Monticello home, and the stone is one Jefferson sketched himself with these notes.
On the face of the obelisk, the following inscription, and not a word more. Here was buried Thomas Jefferson, author of the Declaration of American Independence, of the Statute of Virginia for Religious Freedom, and father of the University of Virginia.